Hi, I'm Joseph Simonet.
And I'm Addy, Joseph's protege and business partner.
This is Key Fighting Concepts. Today's tape, we're going to work on trapping and joint lock flow. Many systems of martial arts neglect the trapping range. Basically, let me talk about ranges of combat for a moment. In unarmed combat, there's traditionally known 4 ranges: kicking, punching, trapping, and grappling. The trapping range is when you start to move in closer on your opponent, lock up their arms and their limbs before you take them to the ground and or strike them. The trapping we're going to do mostly today is called hubad. It's a Filipino line which means to tie and untie. Addy and I will break it down to you piece by piece, give you techniques and spontaneous flow drills off of hubad. Oftentimes the trapping range is misunderstood, particularly by strikers, kickers, and punchers. And the reason being is it's hard to see what you're feeling, because the objective of trapping on some level is to listen to your opponent's intent by the pressure or the feel they're giving you. Let me give you an example. Addy, let's get our gear. Addy and I are now going to demonstrate some, hopefully, self-evident motions. Striking arts. Addy, please. When dealing with the striking arts, most of you can see, yes, that was a jab, a cross, an uppercut, a hook. We threw in a roundhouse kick. What's different about trapping is you can't see it, you have to feel it. Let me give you a couple ranges and explanations of what I mean. Addy's going to give me a punch. I am now into trapping range. She punches again. Let me get to the other side so you can watch that a little clearer. She punches. Fast. Punch. From here, you can't feel what I feel. You can only see. Slow down, I'm blocking. I now have the pressure here. Once this pressure dissipates, that's the signal to me she's coming with the other hand. This is something I feel you can't see. Then I break joint destruction here. Then I put her into a lock, which we're going to do later, but it all ties. You can add on to that. She punches here, she punches here, here. She punches with the other hand. Once again, I know where she's coming from because I could feel the lack of pressure. She was emptying on one side and filling on the other. That's where trapping range is misunderstood, because you can't feel what I feel. Many martial arts systems do possess some sort of sensitivity or trapping range drills. One of the key words there is drill. This isn't fighting, this is teaching you attributes of fighting, combat, or any kind of confrontation. You see with your eyes and you hear with your ears. That's what most of us rely on. Trapping drills and sensitivity drills are teaching us to rely on listening with feel. Let me give you some examples of different trapping lines. In Yang style Tai Chi, one of the arts that we teach here at Key Fighting Concepts, we do what they call pushing hands. Basis of this, push hands, is to yield and to listen to your opponent's intent. Right from here, you're developing balance and flow and interaction with a partner. Certainly speed it up and or applications always apply. Example, what Addy and I just showed you with the punching, at one point we were right here with the gloves. Then she punched with the other hand, we went into here and into here. All of this can also come off of push hands. Push hands can be done with 2 hands. This is the beginning basic drill. Round out, hollow out, yield, and continue. This would be a beginning development drill of listening the way a Tai Chi person would move. Again, we have our applications that are there. In Wing Chun Kung Fu, a southern Chinese system that Bruce Lee made particularly famous, They do what they call chi sao, or sticky hands. This is a whole nother way of listening to your opponent. We're working on center line, forward pressure, connecting the lines. We can also do combative applications off of this and smash, and you can also go into locks, in which we're going to show you later, into our lock flow lines. That would be from Chi Sao. Bruce Lee came along and threw together a little bunch of movement called Jeet Kune Do, or the way of the intercepting fist, or we call JKD trapping. This is another way of expressing trapping range, interconnecting, listening to your opponent, and developing fighting and or combat attributes. Example, from an upper art, high line connection. This is with the feel. This is the pressure line. Addy does pak sao punch. From this line, go ahead. She goes into a lop sao off of the pak. This is all trapping hands. Notice my position. She wouldn't have stopped here. That fist is here. She's driving through me. Then rapid fire straight punching off of this. One example of trapping hands. A little more sophisticated line off of that. I can do it back because I felt her pause. Or it gets trickier and trickier if you want. Again, this isn't fighting. This is attribute training to learn how to fight in trapping range. So Yang Style Tai Chi has it, Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun Kung Fu, and the Filipino lines, hubad, to tie and untie, is another expression. That's what we'll be going through today. Let me give you a quick demonstration of hubad. What we're going to do, show it to you now, and then break it down piece by piece. It's interesting to remember, any drill that you have, you can extract from that specific self-defense or functional techniques. Most techniques can also be lengthened and connected to make drills. So don't get lost in the drill and don't be static by just the technique. They interact between the two.